Hey guys, I see Elderly Poodle here. I'm sorry for the slight delay. I was having a little bit of technical challenges. My internet just did not want to connect, but I should be working now. So if you can hear and see me, let me know in the comments. I am so glad to have you all with me tonight. Wednesdays, I'm going to start doing some live events just to chat and hang out. And tonight, I'm going to be sharing some of my finds from my recent antiquing trip, because those will be available in my live sale tomorrow with Patrick, the Trusty Huckster Mercantile. I am part of his 4 seller, 1 sale, and I am so excited about that. So I'll be reselling some fun items with George the Antique Nomad and Dottie Lynn from Triple S Mercantile. And I am so honored to be a part of that esteemed group of people. So this is going to be fun tomorrow. Great, Poodle. I'm so glad you can hear and see me. And I do have some vinyl for sale tomorrow, which will be fun. I've had a lot of fun today. I went to an antique place that had no one in it. So it was just me. It was totally safe. And I went in. It was a big warehouse type place. And I spent the afternoon roaming around looking through treasures. And boy, were they amazing. If you saw my Instagram, I posted a little bit of what they had. They had a whole uranium display cabinet, and it was fantastic. I mean, this booth was wonderful. And then they had another booth with just antique cameras and old medicine bottles and advertising tins, which was completely up my alley. It was fun. I really loved walking around there. Hi, Judy. So glad that you could join us tonight. I see there are 5 or 6 people watching. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? Let me know in the comments what you guys did today. I got a chance to go to that antique store. Oh, Judy's saying that she did the same thing today. How awesome. Yeah, it's fun going antiquing. And Poodle saying that a record warehouse. Wow. Yeah, that is fun. And the Fans and Stoves place that I went today had a bunch of records, and they had a lot of antiques and a lot of Pyrex. There was a booth that had the Starburst promotional Pyrex, and I don't know, the price was $20 per dish, which I felt like was extremely good. I don't know Pyrex. That's not really my wheelhouse, but I thought all of my mid-century modern people would be going nuts for that cool Pyrex. And then Vinny, I thought of Vintage Vinny, because they had a whole ephemera booth with nothing but old Playboy and pinup magazines. So, of course, I had to send them a picture of that. Let's see. Carrie says she drove her mom, who was visiting, to the Goodwill bins. She was so happy. Carrie, I have never been to the Goodwill bins. We don't have them here, and I wish we did, because I love digging through junk. And that sounds so much fun. So I'm glad you guys got to go. Hello, Kathy. So glad you are here. Yes, I am all decked out in my favorite color tonight, red. I love red. So a couple of things that I found for the live sale were really fun. And I found a few more things today that I couldn't pass up. I was really hoping to get some uranium for the sale, and I did. Let's see. Elderly Poodle says she took the dog to the vet. Oh, no. I am so sorry, Poodle. 18 years old. Yeah, that's a long life for a dog. I'm so sorry. I took Louie to the vet this morning as well, but it was just a routine visit. She got her shots and all of that, and did very well. Gritty Grat. Hi, I think I've watched online sales all afternoon. Fun day. Yes, lots of sales. Misty at Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter had a great live sale today, and she had one yesterday. It was a 4 seller, 1 sale event with Michelle at Comfy Cozy Living, Michael Todd, Misty, and Alex from Chapter 2 Vintage Co. And it was just a fun day yesterday and today. I loved being in the live sales. I don't know if you saw yesterday when they did the 4 seller, 1 sale, but Michelle had at Comfy Cozy Living had that stuffed Santa or Mrs. Claus rather, that looked very muscular, and I was just dying laughing. It was the funniest looking homemade crochet piece. Poodle, I think you were there, and I think you were the one that said crochet project gone wrong. It was so funny to see that yesterday in the sale. So I really, really had fun with that. And then there's so many other sales tonight that are going to be fun. Thrift U's having a sale around 9:30-ish. I think they don't have a specific time. It's just sort of ish. So just keep a lookout on their channel for that. And then George, the Antique Nomad, at 8 o'clock is having his live premiere, which is going to be fun. We all need our education from Uncle George for the week. So that's going to be wonderful. And Trisha at Sandy Auto had a sale at 4:30 today, which unfortunately I missed out junking. And I needed to get all these things tied up before I have my live sale tomorrow, which will be my first live sale. Carrie's saying that she'll have to go back and watch that part because she laughed. Yes, Carrie, go back and watch it. You will die of laughter. If you need a good laugh, it will make your entire day. It was at the very end. It was the last item of the sale. And I mean, it was a hoot. Gritty Gretz saying it was crazy. Yeah, it was. It was fun. So I'm going to show some things that I will be selling in the live sale tomorrow. It's my first live sale debut. I've never done one of these, but I've been to enough of them, and I've been taking notes along the way. So I think I've found some things that each person does in their sales that I really like that I can incorporate into mine. And I'm honored to be selling with Patrick at Trusty Huckster Mercantile, George the Antique Nomad, and Dottie Lynn from Triple S Mercantile. We will all be on Patrick's channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. doing a 4-seller, 1-sale event. And I think I found some pretty cool things for this sale. So I'm very, very excited about that. So the first thing that I found, I know you guys are going to like, and maybe you can help me out with this because I don't know who made it. It's USA pottery. It is glazed, with just a bit of crazing, but no chips or cracks. It's a really cool planter. This is a turkey. Now, I know several companies made the USA pottery because it's not a USA pottery is not a company. It was made either like by Hull or McCoy or something like that. And I just don't know. I cannot find this guy online. But if any of you guys are experts in turkey planters, please let me know what this is. But he's fabulous. So I'll be selling him tomorrow. Perfect for a display, and you can see he's marked USA 5662 on the bottom. Really great for Thanksgiving, so he's wonderful. Adam's here from Record Crate. Hello, turkeys. Yes, hi, Adam. I caught your live event today. I was listening in the background while I was getting stuff done for this live sale. Adam has a fabulous YouTube channel called Record Crate, and he just unboxed his Record Store Day Drops albums today. So you want to go back and rewatch that video if you haven't, because it's really fantastic. So this is a great little turkey planter. I'll be selling him tomorrow. Let's see. Carrie says that she thinks he's Royal Copley. Okay, so he might be Royal Copley. I'll make a note of that. I was kind of thinking that, or Hull, Hull. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert in glazed pottery at all. Advertising tins, glass, and brooches and that kind of thing are more my specialty. But I think that this is really cool. So he'll be available. Now, I also found today, and I couldn't pass him up, he was adorable. And he was in this little booth that had a bunch of small Japan figurines. And I'm not a big figurine gal in my own collections. I like sort of that industrial look. But I found him. And I couldn't pass him up. And I thought, well, even if he doesn't sell, he'll find a good home here because I love ice. And this little guy is just adorable. He's Japan. He's a glazed little guy. He has no issues on him. And yes, he is marked Japan. So he's older, probably from the 50s. And I just love him. He is so darling. He looks very mischievous the way that he has his hand posed. You know, sort of like, I'm about to get into some trouble here. But I love this little mouse. And I couldn't pass him up. He was so cute. Hi, Maria at Empty Nesting. So glad you joined us this evening. I'm just showing some things that I'll be selling tomorrow on Patrick's channel. Now, I also found this, and I think this is pretty neat. I'd never seen something like this before. It is a bracelet. I think it's significantly older. I don't know, though. Jewelry, again, bracelets in particular, I don't know a lot about. But it's just different. And this is a bracelet that's really kind of ornate. And I re-glued all of these. They're not stones. They're like a hard plastic resin material, but I re-glued all of those back in, and it looks really good. I scraped off all that kind of gunky brown looking glue and refinished it. Now, there are some faux pearls here up at the top of the bracelet. It's not marked. I have scoured this thing with a jeweler's loop and I can't find anything about it, but I do think that it's extremely unique. And I have fairly smaller wrists and it does fit my wrist. So it's a really nice bracelet. Again, don't know anything about it, but just thought it was pretty. And even if you didn't want to wear it, you could display it on your dressing table if you have like a vintage dressing table, or you could make something out of it, make a craft. Oh, Pamela's here. Hi, Pamela Blanchard. Pamela has a great channel. If you do not follow her on YouTube, you should be. She's funny as all get out, and I love going to her sales. She has them every Saturday night at 8, and she's just a hoot. So we have to go subscribe to Pamela. And I also mentioned Record Crate. He's in the chat here, and he has a great channel. If you love vinyl, go check out Record Crate. So Poodle's saying something, and I lost. Oh, Vinny's here. Hi, Vinny. Poodle was saying something. Let's see. And the chat's jumping away from me. Looks like my mother's bracelet, but with different stones. Oh, that's really neat, Poodle. Well, if you know anything else about it, let me know. Shoot me an email. Nate's here. Hi, Nate. Oh, I lost you. Hello, my biscuits. Yes, Nate. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Nate's in New Zealand, and he has a fabulous YouTube channel. So go check out Nathaniel on YouTube. He has some amazing collections. If you love Wedgwood and silver and unique items, you got to check that out. Let's see. There's other people in the chat, and the chat is moving away. Thank you so much, Laura Melendez at Vintage Thrifted Treasures. Yes, red's my favorite color, so I'm having fun with that today. And Laura has a great channel, so go check out Laura at Vintage Thrifted Treasures. She's our resident strawberry gal. And Laura, I think I've got some strawberry stuff you might enjoy. So I'll have to get that your way. And Nicole Northgarden's here. Nicole, I saw your video the other day from the Goodwill bins, and I just wanted to thank you personally for a little shout out you did. I am so glad you enjoyed my Wedgwood video, and I am so grateful that you mentioned that in your own video on your channel. So thank you so, so much. And Michelle at Mermaid Cove Plants and Treasures is here. Wonderful. I'm so glad you could make it to the live. I'm showing some things I'll be selling tomorrow on Patrick's channel, the Trusty Huckster Mercantile. So the next thing I want to show is a piece of uranium. I know all of you guys love uranium, and this I got. It's Federal glass, and it is in the kind of twisted optic or optic pattern, and it glows bright green. I mean, the lights aren't even off in here, and this thing just glows like nuts. I think it has a lot of uranium in it. You know, of course, I don't have a Geiger counter to find out, but this is a really neat sherbet, and it is marked Federal on the bottom. So you can see that there on the bottom, the F in the shield, that's a Federal mark. And this is really neat. You could display a lot of things at Christmas time with this. I think it would be fun with some shiny brights in it, or you could actually use it as an ice cream dish or a sherbet dish. So it's just really fun. The next thing that I think will be a big hit tomorrow, because I know a lot of people love their Scotch tape tins. This is an all-weather vinyl plastic Scotch tape tin, and it has the tape still in it, which is amazing. So this is really fun, and I know that this will be great in a Christmas display, or with the plaid here, you could do some summer displays, you know, like a picnic type theme display. It would be really, really fun. So let's see. I think there's some people in the chat here that I've missed, and if I've missed you, I'm very sorry. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I think that is really beautiful, that piece of uranium. And for all of you that didn't get here right when we started, that is okay, but I thought I'd show this little mouse fella again. He's marked Japan, and he is adorable. And if he doesn't sell, I'll probably keep him. I don't do figurines really in my displays at all, But this guy really struck my fancy because I love mice and he's so cute. But he is marked Japan. Not a chip or flea bite on him at all. He is just adorable and definitely up to something mischievous, I think. He's really fun. Nicole's saying that she loves that. I don't have one of those. What don't you have, Nicole? The uranium glass or the little mice guy? Or the Scotch tape tin? They're all fun. Now, I have some vintage Christmas, and I am very excited about this vintage Christmas because I think you guys are going to love this. Check out the graphic on this advertisement. This is an ad for Plymouth. And look at the Santa Claus and the guy in the fedora. Is this not amazing? And this is from 1949. It came from a National Geographic magazine. And it says, my daddy's been a good boy too. And he wants a new Plymouth. And so that's him asking for the Plymouth. And I just think this ad is everything. And then on the back, you get an ad for Norma 4-color 1 pencils. And Weston exposure meter. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but you got some cool ornament graphics there. So this is, and then you can write in for the Phoenix, Arizona, and the Valley of the Sun, first call for dinner on the desert. And then you can write into the Phoenix, Arizona Dinner Club. So that's really a fun ad. I love that. And let's see. Oh, yes, it's Michelle at Mermaid Cove Plants and Treasures. She's here. We've missed you in the chat, Michelle. I know you're busy and you've got the fires in California, and I really hope you're doing okay with all that and your kids are homeschooling, and it's a busy time for everybody. But I'm so glad that you are here. We've missed you and been thinking a lot about you. Hello, Mary from Reclaim Treasures by Mary. So glad you guys are here. She has a fabulous channel as well. And if you don't follow Reclaim Treasures by Mary on YouTube, I highly, highly recommend that. Let's see. Hello, Nate. I already said hello to Nate, but it's so good to say hello to Nate again because he's from New Zealand and it's amazing that he comes to all of our chats. So the next thing I found vintage Christmas-wise is some really cool ornament hangers. Now, I know people collect these boxes, and I have started a little collection of these myself. And they're just so cool. And they're not the easiest to find because paper just did not survive. So here is some vintage ornament boxes. This is a little one. So I think he's really fun because he's small. You could put him anywhere. Now this is a Germany box. So this was made in Germany. And then you have the little elf guy with the double glow hangers. And this one's more modern. This is clip-on heavy-duty ornament hangers, 90 pieces. And you do get the ornaments. They're all in these boxes, which is really fun. And these ornament hangers are so great because they are sturdy. All new ornament hangers that you get at like Target or whatever, I think that they're really flimsy. And I love these old ornament hangers simply because they're so nice. They really hold up. And then, of course, once you use the ornaments, the ornament hangers in the boxes, you can just display them. I saw Vintage Vinny. He was saying something here. He said, oh, Katie, stop tempting me with vintage Christmas. Yes, well, Vinny, we all love vintage Christmas, and I've become a little bit obsessed with it myself. So you're in good company. I certainly don't need more Christmas stuff, but I just think that it's so cool. So the next item is another ornament box. Now, I think this one's cool because it has the Christmas tree on it. This is Time Saver ornament hangers, and look at that graphic, you guys. This is so cool. Now, it's made in USA, and it still has the, if it will shape, there you go, ornament hangers on it. And then you've got another more modern one, although I don't know how modern because it does have a 39-cent price tag from somewhere. I can't read that because it's been ripped off. But this is very cool. Now, it does have a barcode, so maybe 1970s. I think Vinny's the one that's been educating us on barcodes, but barcodes, I believe, they didn't start using them until the late 70s, barcodes and UPCs. So this is probably from them, but this is significantly older. I would say 1950s on this or 60s. but this is a really cool ornament box. Great in a display. Let's see. I'm missing the chat here. Nicole North Garden. Where'd your comment go? I'm sorry. Let's see. Vinny's saying, I will end up broke if I'm not careful. Yes, all of us with vintage Christmas. Pam is saying, I found you another treat today to go in the package with your movie star picture frame inserts. Oh, that's going to be so fun, Vinny. You're going to love this. Laura says she's a wrench. Oh, yes, I made people moderators. So, Vinny, you should be a moderator. If you're not a moderator, let me know. Michelle, you should be as well. And Nate, other people should be moderators. In fact, I can make a few more people moderators. It's always important to keep those trolls away. We don't want that. So let me make a few more people moderators here while we're just chatting amongst ourselves in the chat. So let's see. Record Crate's a moderator. Great. Okay, I'm making you a moderator, Carrie. You should be a moderator now. And let's see, I think everybody's Nicole North Garden. I'll make you a moderator. And okay, we've got lots of moderators now hanging out in the chat. So that's awesome. And so this is the ornament box lot. So I have 2 lots of these ornament boxes, great for display. Now, Record Crate is here, and also Poodle is here, and I know that we all love records, so I'm going to share some records that I have for tomorrow. Now, I've got this Cordettes record. This is the best of the Cordettes. It is in almost mint shape, very little surface scratches or any dents or dings. The album jacket's in great shape as well, and this has all of their classic hits. So this has Mr. Sandman, Zorro, A Girl's Work Is Never Done, Lollipop, Never on a Sunday, Lonely Lips, Eddie My Love, which Eddie My Love is a great song. And if you guys have watched the movie Grease, there is a spinoff of that song in the movie Grease, Eddie My Love, Teenage Goodnight, lots of great songs on this album. So I'll be selling this Cordettes album tomorrow. Vinny, Vinny, you always crack me up with your comments. We need a little laughter, don't we? Let's see. Oh, Nate, thank you so much. Red is my favorite color, and I am just having fun with that red lipstick and the red hat. It's a lot of fun. And I'm also going to be sharing this box set. Now, this is a box set of Hank Williams. If you like some country, and definitely classic country, this is all of Hank Williams' popular hits. Now, this is the Hank Williams story. It came out on MGM Records, and these are fairly common to find, but you don't often get them in good shape. So this is in mint shape, and it's limited edition special deluxe packaging. And I love, love, love this here. So you've got 4 LPs in here with all of Hank Williams' greatest hits. Honky Tonkin', Hey Good Lookin', Move It Over is on the first LP. You've got, I can't read this upside down, try as I might. Let me get this right side up so I can show you guys. This has Your Cheating Heart, You May Never Be Alone. Great Hank Williams. If you like Hank Williams or you're wanting to get into him, great. Oh, and there's another vintage advertisement. Great Hank Williams story box set of albums, so I'll be sharing that. Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you so much. Vinny. Yes, Hey Good Lookin' and I'm So Lonesome. I Could Cry are 2 of the songs I know. Yeah, I know Hey Good Lookin', and I know that Jimmy Buffett does that a lot at his concerts, and I'm a huge Parrot head, so I love when he does that song. Okay, Laura, if you got to go, I will talk to you later and hopefully see you in tomorrow's sale on Patrick's channel. Have a good rest of your evening. And Pamela saying she loves Hank Sr. and Hank Jr. Yes, great music, fun songs, great country. So some other things that I will be having for sale is some glass. Now, I love my glass. And I found a juice glass. At least I think this is a juice glass. It's about that size. And this is sandwich glass. Now, sandwich glass comes from Sandwich, Massachusetts. That's where they invented the pattern, and they pressed glass with this design. Now, there are several companies that made sandwich glass, and this happens to be Anchor Hawking sandwich glass. You can tell that because of the flowers, the way that the flowers are designed. I don't know. Let me get a light here and see if you guys can see that flower a little bit better. Probably not, but that flower, the way it's designed, is Anchor Hawking, and this is just a great green little sandwiched pressed glass juice container. Now, what I think would be great with this is, see next to the red how good it looks? You could put candy canes in this for Christmas, and it would just be a little fabulous display, or you could use it. I have a bunch of green glass like this in my bathroom, and toothbrushes or something like this is really, really fun. So I love that. Let's see. Michelle at Mermaid Cove says, Katie, dang, I sold a big Jimmy Buffett metal sign a few months ago. I do still have a Margaritaville Hawaiian shirt to list, though. Well, that might be something up my alley. I'm a big fan of dressing up for the Buffett concert. So if you don't know much about Jimmy Buffett, all the parrot heads get dressed up in fun garb, Hawaiian garb, and they wear grass and different things for different Buffett songs. And it's fun. Oh, my friend is here. Ace of Spirits. This is my friend from Tennessee. How are you doing? It's so good to have you in the chat. Oh, wonderful. I went to college with her, so this is fun. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, I love that. And Jen Bootsy is here. Hi, Katie and all. I love Hank Williams. There's a great movie from 1964 about his life story starring George Hamilton. Well, you know, Jen, I will have to watch that. I think that's fun. To learn about all these different stars. Vinny loves those old documentaries, and so do I. They're really interesting. Let's see. The chat gets away from you. It goes very, very fast. Let's see. Put those little ball ornaments in red in those green glasses. Yes, shiny brights, or those little small shiny brights. Oh man, they would be great in this green glass. You could do a lot with this. It's really, really fun. Great, great glass. Now, I know everybody loves flower frogs, and I did find a flower frog, and this is fun for vintage ephemera. This is a heavy one. I have not weighed it yet, but I will weigh it before tomorrow's sale. And this is pretty hefty. It has some bends here, but it's a really great little flower frog. And what's fun about this is you can put vintage ephemera. Now, this is probably a little bit too big. You need more like a postcard or a photo. But let's see if that will get in there. But see, something like this, you could stick in the bottom and stick it up and make a display out of it, which is fun. So this flower frog will be available tomorrow, and it is the metal one with the tines, so you can put things in there like you like. Hello, Steve from Brick House Salvage and Antiques. I'm glad you're here. Pamela's, the chat again is moving away from me. Let's see. Vinny's asking, wasn't George Hamilton married to Carol Burnett, or was that Joe Hamilton? Vinny, I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to Google. Nate said something really funny. Oh, I miss you too. I really wish we could get together, but this darn pandemic is so annoying. Let's see. You will appreciate this. My dad taught me to dance to his Floyd Kramer records when I was in 6th grade because there were dances in my future and junior in high school. Oh, that's so sweet, Pamela. What a fun memory. That's really wonderful. Jimmy Buffett is sort of the special artist that my dad and I share because I grew up listening to that with him, and all of our car trips, we had fun, and we've been to many a concert, and I love, love, love Jimmy Buffett. Nate saying, who is Jimmy Buffett? You probably don't have Jimmy Buffett in New Zealand, but he is a singer-songwriter that writes a lot of tropical music, and he started out, and he's from Alabama, actually, and then moved to New Orleans when he was in college and did a lot of work on ships because his grandfather was a sailor, and he always loved the ocean, and he was a writer at heart and wrote a lot of songs and did a lot of singing and finally made it big. But what's interesting about Buffett is that he did a lot of country stuff first. Most of his music, like from the early days, are country. Then he started doing a little rock and a little pop. And so a lot of the stations didn't know where to place him. Like radio stations didn't play him because they didn't know if he was supposed to be country or rock or pop or any of that. But he then wrote a hit song called Come Monday, which is one of my favorites, and it just skyrocketed his career. It was all over the radio. And then, of course, his most famous song is Margaritaville. And basically that song is about a escape of mind, sort of a escape to a happier place. You know, Margaritaville could be anywhere that makes you happy, with a cold drink in your hand and your feet kicked up watching the ocean. So he's fun. You got to look him up. Let's see. The chat is moving really fast. Let's Gritty Grat. That's funny. No, he's not Warren Buffett's son. Let's see. Vinny's saying, Nate, you have to drink. Well, Nate, I don't have my Nate clock up yet, but I don't know what time it is there. But you'll have to take a sip of coffee or water or something. Yes, Roll Tide Jimmy Buffett. That's right. He's from Pamela's neck of the woods. That's fun. Let's see. What else is in the chat that I've been missing here? Hi, Pamela. Let's see. I will plan a Dollywood trip with you in the fall. Yes. So we went to Dollywood a couple of years ago, my friend and we had such a good time. Chelsea and I had fun going to, I had never been to Dollywood, and we rode a lot of the rides and just had fun. And we saw their like winter Christmas parade. I think it was the Coat of Many Colors, or the Christmas Color Parade, or something like that. It was just a lot of fun. So I enjoyed that. Let's see. It's 8 o'clock somewhere. That's very good, Jen Bootsy. I love it. Let's see. Hello, Grace Home Vintage. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Pamela saying Margaritaville is my back deck. Yes, I think all of us have that spot. That's just our Margaritaville. And Jeannie's here from Norma Jean Plus One. So Pam and Norma Jean have great channels, and I recommend that you go subscribe to them on YouTube. They're fabulous, and I think that they are wonderful. So go check them out if you haven't. Oh, thank you so much, Grace Home Vintage. I really appreciate that. Poodle saying that she chose Metallica concert over a Jimmy Buffett, and my friends almost beat me. So my brother's a huge heavy metal fan, and he saw Metallica and Avenged Sevenfold in concert a couple of years ago. I'm not a big heavy metal fan, so I would choose Buffett any day over that. But all music is good, and I'm glad that people enjoy different styles of music, because that makes the world more interesting. Pam saying she would love to see Metallica in concert. Yep, a lot of people would. So let me show you a few more things I've got for the live sale tomorrow. Now, I have this really cool tobacco tin, and I've gotten really into these tobacco tins. The graphics are just fabulous. And this is Union Leader Smoking Tobacco. Now, this is great for a 4th of July display. So if you want to put this out at 4th of July, it's got the eagle, it's got the red. It would look great next to blue. You could do a lot with this tin. And it has some of the paper tax stamp still on it, on this tobacco tin, which is fun. Now, it says pipe and cigarette, and then it's marked down at the bottom. Let me see if I can read this. It's very small. It says Federal Twin Company. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read that incorrectly. Federal Tin Company. Now, that's cool to see who made this tin, because now I know who made this, and I can look it up online and see what year this is from, knowing when that tin company was in business, which is really nice when they mark the tins, because a lot of companies would make the tins and then they would go someplace else for the finished design and the product. So this is an empty tin, but it's really neat. Now, I saw somebody one time got one of these, and they put like their iPod in it, and they were in the military and they needed something that would protect their iPod. So they put this in there. Now, I know we don't do a lot of iPods anymore because we all are on our phones, but that's kind of a neat idea. You know, you could carry stuff in this in your pocket, but you could do anything you want with that little tin there. Vinny's asking me, do I have any Prince Albert tins? So there's a running joke with Prince Albert. If you watched Michael's Thrift With You video, he always talks about how these Prince Albert tobacco tins are following him everywhere he goes because they're everywhere. And yes, I do have one for sale, but I kind of decided that it might be fun to include it in a mystery box. So yes, I am doing my own mystery box, and it will be for sale tomorrow. So that's a sneak peek of what might be in the mystery box. So if you want Prince Albert to come home with you, you might have to get my mystery box tomorrow. But they're fun. I love these tobacco tins. And of course, it wouldn't be a live sale of mine without having a typewriter tin. And yes, I have a Supreme typewriter ribbon tin. Now this has some fabulous graphics. You could use fall. You could use this in fall display because of the colors. Also, it's great because it's got the globe on it, and it says sold around the world, Supreme typewriter ribbon. And then it says it's Frankel Carbon and Ribbon Company, Denver and Detroit. This is probably from around 1950s. And I'm going to look on the side of the tin. I don't believe this is marked. Probably my guess is this is made by Decorated Metal, which Decorated Metal started in the 1900s and they continued until around 1960s, and Decorated Metal made a lot of these tins. So that's one of the big main companies that made typewriter tins. So this is fabulous, and it would be great in a display. Yes, mystery box. Yeah, I'm going to have a mystery box tomorrow. I know they're really popular, and I think that it's fun to do. So we'll be doing a mystery box. Let's see. It'd be good with a prophylactic tin. Yes, Misty loves her prophylactic tins, and I think they're fun. So I am going to have some bathroom-related tins. So this is a Band-Aid tin, plastic strips. Now, what's funny about this is when I got it, I thought, oh, there's something in it. And I thought maybe I'd get lucky and there'd be a bunch of quarters. But nope, somebody used this to store their ornament hooks. So you can get some free ornament hooks, really nice ones, probably from the 50s, if you buy my lot of advertising bathroom tins with the secrets and the Band-Aid plastic strip tin. So I'll be selling that in a lot. Let's see. What do you know? Yep, let's see. Katie, thank you so much, Jeannie. I appreciate that. I love my red hat. Yes. Pamela just gave Vinny the side eye through the chat. I know she did. And Pamela's the queen of side eyes. Let's see. Let's see what Nate's saying. Transferred over 3 wallets. Oh no, Nate. Yeah, you gotta throw that away. Let's see. Michelle at Mermaid Cove. Grace, it will be on somebody's YouTube channel. Okay, Grace, did I miss a comment from you? Let's see. Grace, how does a live sale work? Okay, Grace, that's a great question. So a live sale is happening on several YouTube channels. Well, more than several. They're everywhere nowadays in the vintage community, and they're a lot of fun. And you can log on to the sale, chat with people like you're doing now in the chat. And if you want to buy an item, there will be a number, and you just type in that number in the chat. So say I'm selling this Band-Aid 10. I will say this is $7, number 8. And the first person to type in that number 8 will win this item. And then you will email me with your shipping information. So I'll need your address, your PayPal email, and all of that good stuff. And I will have my email on Patrick's channel tomorrow so you can get that. And then I will invoice you through PayPal and ship it out. So that is how the live sales work. Let's see. Vinny saying, get a fresh one, Nate. Yes, Vinny, we're not having a sale now, but thank you for demonstrating. I appreciate that very much. You're helping our new people. Let's see. I'm going to miss vintage hunting with you. I remember the times we go to flea markets and look for records. Yes, we have had a lot of fun, Chelsea, going to flea markets. Chelsea went with me to Beach Boulevard Flea Market, which is a big flea market here, kind of near where I live. And there used to be a record store in that flea market, and that record store has moved. They have their own location now. Yesterday and Today's Records downtown, which is fun, but that flea market has a lot of good stuff. It's very junky, which is my type of place. I love digging through junk, and it's fun to spend hours and go through and look. How do you pay for the item? So you pay for the item via PayPal. You do not have to have a PayPal account to buy an item. You can just check out with your credit card. Free through PayPal, like as a guest, but I will invoice you and you can click on that invoice, and that does include shipping. So shipping is extra. Let's see. Michelle's saying probably too much information, Nate. That's funny. Well, we all love our vintage bathroom and prophylactic and all that kind of stuff. And, the graphics on those old tins are just really fun. And some of the stuff that they claim, that the product does just cracks me up. If you read like the diuretic tins from back in the day, they claim all kinds of things. Like it helps with sores on your feet, and it helps you lose tons of weight, and it helps you be a healthier person. And it does, just reading all of that just cracks me up. Poodle says, I'll know what to send you for Christmas. This is great. Let's see. Maria's saying she got sick on Socrates as a kid, and she doesn't like the cherry flavor. Well, you know what? I had an experience like that with biscuits and gravy. I got really bad food poisoning once, and I won't eat that again. It's taken me years to probably get over that, and I used to love biscuits and gravy. So yeah, stuff like that will change your view on things. Okay, let's see what else is in the chat that I'm missing. Does anyone know the next sale tonight? Yes, so the next sale tonight after George's premiere, the Antique Nomad, George is having his live premiere, which is a fun video chat where we learn about vintage and antiques. And there's no sale on that. It's just fun to watch and learn. After that, Thrift You will be on. Now, Thrift You, they don't have a specific time. It's just around 9-ish. So just go to their channel, Thrift You, on YouTube, and you can hit the notification bell to get notified for all their new videos, and you will get a notification of when their sale is. So if they get on at 9:30, 9:45, 9:15, something like that, you'll get a notice of it. And they're really fun to watch, so definitely check them out. Let's see, Thrift You. But yeah, they start when they want to. That's right. Salmon's Hair from Thrift You. Let's see. Most of us do have a channel. Yes. So Vintage Vinny has a fantastic channel. He is in the chat. Let's see. I believe Michelle at Mermaid Cove has a channel. Pamela Blanchard has a great channel. Record Crate has a channel. Lots of great people in the chat that have channels. Let's see. Search Thrift You and you should be able to find it. Yep, you should. So, and yes, they do. They do a lot of wage wars. So wage wars are something that I don't do on my channel, and I will not be doing with Patrick at the Trusty Huckster Mercantile. But if you like that kind of, I don't want to say the word that we're not supposed to say, which is bid, but if you want to do something like that, Thrift You has a lot of things like that. That's fun. Let's see. Carrie does not have a channel. Gotta stay mysterious. Well, Carrie, you and Nate got to get together and be mysterious together, because that's fun. Okay, so the next item I'm going to be selling in the live sale tomorrow. Now, this Vinny reminded me of you because of the graphic on it. And I sent Vinny a picture today on Instagram because I was at my favorite junky antique store. It's this huge warehouse, and they had a whole booth of paper ephemera, and most of it was Playboy magazines from around 1950, and they also had a bunch of pin-ups. So I sent you that on Instagram, but this graphic kind of reminded me of something that you'd like, or Jamie from Mid-Century Wasted I think would like this too. But this is Deep Freeze. Really opened my eyes. It's a fact. And here is this awesome lady, and she is talking about her new deep freezer, $424.50. And my grandmother had a freezer similar to this one in her basement for years and years. And when they moved out of their house last year, it was still running. So whoever got the house got a really nice deep freezer. But that was the thing back then. You could get a bunch of meat, freeze it, and then have it ready when you needed it. So this model fits the needs of every family. You could spend either $200 or $549. And then you could send for this valuable booklet, the Homemaker's Manual. Now, this is another ad from 1949. And this is just really, really cool. So I love the blue and I love the lady. That's what reminded me of Vinny, was the color and the lady. So this is just a great advertisement, and I'll have it tomorrow. Let's see. Chelsea, how do you do a live on YouTube? Might do it to a live stream on my art. Yeah, so my friend Chelsea, who's in the chat, she is a fantastic artist, way more talented than I could ever be. I mean, I can barely draw a stick figure and make it look good, but Chelsea is into game art. She's got a lot of fun projects she's working on, and she has a fantastic YouTube channel. And leave your channel down below, Chelsea, because I don't know if it's Ace of Spirits or if it's the other channel that you started. But you have to have over 1,000 subs to go live directly from YouTube. But I like to use StreamYard, and it's free, and you don't have to have any amount of subs. You can use you can have any amount of subs you want to go live through StreamYard. And Chelsea, if you text me, we can talk about how to do that a little bit more specifically, because it's really easy to do. Any of you guys that have a channel and you're looking to do either a live sale, live haul, live video, StreamYard is so easy. It seems scary and complicated, but it's not. And Vintage Vinny, who's in the chat, did a fabulous video on how to set up a StreamYard. So if you are looking for that, please go watch that, because he really did a great job explaining how to set up everything. Let's see, I believe, Little Vintage Me 64, Diana's here. Hello. I just did a collaboration with her and Annie Jones, and it's a Halloween collaboration we did on decorating your house for Halloween, and it's really, really fun. So that's great. Really great. Recommend you check out the playlist and Diana's channel, because she has a great channel. I'm missing the count, the chat here, I mean. Oh, Nate, thanks for putting that in the chat. Nate's great. Let's see, she says, okay, and yes, it's her other account. Okay, so type in your other account, Chelsea, in the chat, and people can go follow you there. Let's see. I would love to do some videos, but don't really know how. So I think it would be a fun series to do a little video on how to do editing and that kind of thing. I really would like to do that, because I know a lot of people have been wondering, and I enjoy editing. I'm one of those strange people that finds it relaxing. So I'd love to do a little tutorial to help you guys out if you're wanting to start any type of YouTube or channel like that. Let's see. Dana's here from Grace 2010H. Hi, Dana. So glad you could join us. And let's see. Nate said it took me a while too. It's sort of a step-by-step. Yes, it does. It takes a while to do, but once you just jump in and you keep posting a bunch, it's fun, and you will finally get the hang of it, and you'll just really love it. And the more you do it, the more you fall in love with the wonderful and fabulous world of YouTube. And I saw that Vinny posted his StreamYard link. So guys, go check that out. Vinny has a great video on how to use StreamYard for everybody that's confused and wondering, because at first it is a little scary. I remember my first live event with Patrick. I did a deep dive on typewriter ribbon tins, and I had never heard of StreamYard or anything like that. And I thought, oh boy, how am I going to do this? And I got the hang of it, and I thought, oh man, this is as easy as pie. And I just have been doing it ever since, and it's fun. So you just got to use it a couple of times, and you'll get used to it. Chicago lady. Hi, Chicago lady. Let's see. What else is happening? Nate saying we love Pamela's lack of filter. Yes, we do. Pamela is a riot. She is so much fun to watch. Vinny always says it's his weekly therapy. And Vinny, I agree with you because, man, it is just a great time had by all. Let's see. I don't have many videos and I need to do more when, yes, everybody's been struggling. This pandemic, Chelsea, is really taking a toll, I think, on a lot of people. And we'll just be glad to see more of your art when you get ready to do that. Let's see. Norma Jean saying, that's how mine are. Oh, what you see is what you get. Well, everybody starts out that way. My first couple of videos were on my sofa filming from my phone, and I know the lighting wasn't that great. And there was a very loud, noise, squealing noise from the air conditioning. And, I think that there's still fun videos to go back and watch, but I certainly have come a long way. And, step by step, you just keep doing things and making them better and learning new things. And then, you get better in this area, and then you add maybe sound and you work on that, and then you get a better camera. You just kind of keep moving along. The key, I think, is just to keep putting out content that you are proud of, that you are happy with, and people will eventually find you and come, and stay true to yourself and have your own unique style, and everyone will enjoy that. Thank you, Sandra Smith. As I've said a bunch, red is my favorite color. If you cannot tell that, I am all decked out in red because I love, love red. Okay, so a few more items I have for the live sale. Now that we have 25 people watching, I'm going to show this again in case people missed it. And I want people's opinions. Now, someone thought that this was Royal Copley. I think that was Carrie mentioned it was Royal Copley. I don't know. This is marked USA, which USA is could be a variety of pottery companies, Hall or McCoy or any of them. But this is a really neat planter. It's a turkey, and he's in perfect shape, other than he does have a little bit of the crazing, but that's to be expected with these older pieces, and I think that adds character. This is USA, and just fabulous little turkey planter for Thanksgiving. So if anybody knows who made this, let me know in the comments, because I think he's really great. Definitely older. He's not a modern piece, but I just think that he's fun. I really love him. So if you guys know whether he's McCoy or Royal Copley or any of that, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. Now, I do have some brooches, and these are fun. Now, I bought a lot of jewelry, a huge lot. Let's see. Vinny is saying it's Royal. He doesn't think it's Royal Copley. It could be brushed McCoy. Is it heavy? Well, Vinny, kind of medium heavy, if that's the right way to weigh things. I mean, if you're comparing it to this glass, no, but medium heavy. That's the best way I could say, probably under a pound. But he's solid, at the same time. He's not so light. I don't really know. I'll have to weigh him. Maybe American bisque. Oh, okay. Well, I have a lot of companies now I'm going to be looking up online and learning about it. Let's see. So Chicago Lady thinks it's Royal Copley. Carrie thinks it's Royal Copley. Vinny thinks it's American bisque. I thought maybe it was Hull, Hull. So I don't know. I look it up online, and there are a lot of turkey planters, none of which have the same coloring. And I think this coloring is really unique. So I don't know. It's going to be a fun find anyway. Someone will love him and take him home and plant something in him and have him on their Thanksgiving buffet. Hi, Mama Jackie. So glad that you're here. Let's see. The colors on the turkey are beautiful. Yes, I think so. It's a really unique color. It's sort of this light blue and light pink, or it's a red, but it's like a pinkish red. It's different than some of the other turkeys you see, which are really, really dark red. Let's see. It is glazed, Carrie. Yes, it's glazed. Let's see. Vinny's saying he's not sure. Well, I will check out all of those suggestions that you guys gave, which I love, and I will look that up and see if I can find any more, because I'm just curious. I'm new to the world of pottery, and Japan figurines. And that is something I'm still learning about. Grace Home Vintage says, looks 1940s. Well, it could be. It definitely has age because the crazing is real earned crazing. It's not something somebody did to age it. So Jen saying it could be Shawnee. Well, I don't know. It could be Shawnee. Let's see. Poodle saying it could be Royal Copley, like the chicken she got from Scott. Well, Scott at the Old Curiosity Shop has a great channel, and I can't imagine that he would be wrong when he said something was Royal Copley. So I will have to look up something like that. I'll check out all of the different names that you guys mentioned, and let's see. Nate's saying he looked it up, and there are several examples that look the same as yours that say it's Copley. Okay, so maybe it is Royal Copley. I don't know. I'm going to look that up online. Hello, Sherry Lynn. Thanks for joining the chat. Let's see. Do you know if you have any? I do. I have some uranium glass. So this is a uranium glass sherbet. It's in the block optic or twisted optic, probably more block optic, and man, does it glow. By the way, here's the Federal logo. And for all of you guys that don't know the Federal stamp or little logo, it's an F and a shield. So that right there is the Federal logo on the bottom, and it glows bright green. So, I mean, this is like bright. It must have a ton of uranium. And I don't have a Geiger counter, so I can't tell you exactly how much uranium is in it, but it does glow. And this would be fun in a display at Christmas with ornaments in it, or you really could probably eat sherbet out of it. A lot of people are always asking about uranium. Is it safe? And, you know, it doesn't have enough uranium in it to really be a problem. You actually get more radiation from your smoke detector in your house than you do a piece of uranium glass. So I really wouldn't worry about it. Now, eating out of it is something I personally don't do unless you lay down like a doily, like if you wanted to put some sandwiches or something. Not in that, obviously, because it's a sherbet, but like if you had a uranium plate or something, you could do that. I don't eat out of the creamer and sugars or the anything like that, but that's just me. But they're fine to display. They're not going to hurt you. Yeah, I'm not eating from it just in case. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, it's probably okay, but I wouldn't take the chance. Sherbet is how I pronounce it too. Yes, I don't pronounce it the other way. Some people say, what is it? Gosh, I don't even know that I could say it the other way because I've said it so well. I've said it so long my way that I don't think I could pronounce it a different way. Bye, Nate. That is okay. Yes, you're still in your Jim Jams. Is that what they call jammies over there, Nate? You got to let me know about that next time I see you in the chat. But have a good shower and enjoy some food. Eat some cheese. For all of us, we all need some cheese. Let's see, what else do I have to show? Oh, now this is cool. This is like one of the jars I showed in my collaboration that I did with Diana, Little Vintage Me 64. And this is a Pyrex glass. It's like a medicine jar or a chemist jar. Now, it's older. It has the glass stopper. Now, bottles that have a screw cap are newer. They're not all of them are like super new. I'm not saying like 2000s new, but if you find something with this glass stopper, typically it is older. Now, there are a couple companies that did make reproductions of these in the 70s, so you have to watch out for that. But the mold seam on this, I'm going to get technical on you guys here. The mold seam on this bottle ends right under, or jar rather, ends right under the tooled lip. And this is what we would call a tooled lip. And so when you have a mold seam that ends at the bottom base and doesn't extend through the side of the jar or the bottle, it is significantly older. So we're talking probably, I'd say 1920s, 1930s, something like that. Now it could be newer than that. Again, they made a lot of these, but that's my best guess based on the mold seam, the tooled lip, and the glass stopper. It does say Pyrex on the bottom, and it says Pyrex Rec something something patent off, made in USA, and it has a D and a number 6 on the bottom. So that's what's on the bottom, but these are fantastic to use in Halloween displays. You can put like fake eyeballs in it. You can do all kinds of things. Really fun. Let's see. Do you still have my candy corns? Yes, I have candy corns, and they would look great in this. I love candy corns. I haven't eaten them all yet. I've been really, really good. But I love my candy corn, and this would be great in there. You could do anything you wanted. These are just great in displays, and they're cool because they're clear. It really gives you a lot of options. Venny. Oh, Venny, you cracked me up. Let's see. Need to show you the collab art I'm doing with my buddy. Yes, Chelsea, you got to send me that. I can't wait to see it. Chelsea, again, like I mentioned, is a very talented artist. Let's see. Oh, Joni's here from Vintagerous Vintage Glass in China. She's got a great channel. She's from Canada, so I recommend you checking her link out. Someone that's got a wrench can put her link in the chat. I am doing very well, Joni. How are you doing? Let's see. She says, I'm coming over, LOL. Anytime, Diana. I'd love to have you all. I wish we could do a big meetup. I'm really looking forward to the company picnic next year. That's going to be really fun. And I wish I could do a Florida meetup. I'm thinking that next year, if things get better, I could host one. I think that would just be really fun. Lots of great things that I probably missed in the chat. So if you were asking me something, please feel free to put it in the chat. Yes, feel free to add Joni's channel in the chat there so people can subscribe. And any link for any channel of people that are here, please post it so that people can get to know new channels and subscribe. The next piece, and Joni, you might be able to help me with this since you are in the chat. Now, I know this is daisies and buttons, and I know it's a toothpick top hat, or a toothpick holder, and it's shaped like a top hat. Some people say these are ashtrays or like cigar ashtrays, but I don't think so because there's no indent. I don't know how that would work. I think that this is a toothpick holder. Now, it is kind of large for a toothpick holder, but I think that's what it is. Now, I don't know who made this. Lots of people made daisies and buttons and, of course, milk glass. I think this is Fenton. That is my guess. I do not know. It's not marked Fenton, but I think that it is Fenton. So, Joni, if you know anything about this, like who specifically made this, let me know. There are a lot of people that have gotten really detailed about how the buttons are shaped. So you guys can let me know if you know who this is. But I think it's Fenton. It's a really cool piece. You can display lots of things in it. Vinny says he'd use that for pens or larger matches. Yeah, Vinny, I think that would work really well. Great on your shipping table if you guys are resellers and you need a place to put scissors and pens and that kind of thing, or just on your dressing table. Even makeup brushes would look great in it. Oh, thank you so much, Christy. I really appreciate it. Christy just did her first YouTube video, Tippy Winks Vintage, and she did a fabulous job. Christy, you are so natural in front of the camera. Really good. So please go check out Christy. Grace Home Vintage is saying Westmoreland. Well, I thought Westmoreland maybe, but Westmoreland's typically marked. And so they usually have the WG for Westmoreland that's newer, and then older Westmoreland is marked, which is the W, and there are no markings on it. Will that say, well, yes, it will be for sale at tomorrow's live sale. So I'm going to be on Patrick, the Trusty Huckster Mercantile's channel, doing a live sale. And I will be joined by the esteemed George from the Antique Nomad and Dottie Lynn from Triple S Mercantile. That's at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on Patrick's channel, the Trusty Huckster Mercantile. And I will be there selling all of these items that I'm showing you here today. This is just a little preview. So I do have that. Now, I do have some more vintage Christmas. So all of my vintage Christmas people, I hope you guys like this. This is a cellophane wreath, and it does still work. Now, the flower at the bottom does have some issues. It's seen some better days, but this has a green bulb in it. It lights up green. The cord is very nice. It is a little stiff. but it's not breaking at any point, and it still works great. Again, if you're going to use this, I wouldn't leave it plugged in for hours and hours because it does have an older cord. You probably could replace the cord, but this is really, really fantastic. Now, what's neat about this is not the typical red color. It's in more of a gold color, gold brown, if that's reading correctly on camera. So this is a fabulous cellophane wreath, and I really think this is going to be fun. So hopefully one of you guys, someone out there will like it and put it in their displays. Let's see. Joni's saying she's never tasted candy corn. Joni, maybe they don't have those in Canada, but I got to send you some if they don't, because that is just a classic quintessential fall treat. It's the Penny. Oh my goodness, Penny. You're going to make us all die of laughter. Jeannie's saying, watch Penny behave. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Chelsea saying her mom would go crazy for that. Yeah, vintage Christmas is very popular, and it's something I've fallen absolutely in love with, and I just think it's fun. So yes, I love the candy pumpkin. So yes, for all of you guys that don't know about candy corn, they make candy corn in the shape of triangles with colors. So you have your yellow, your orange, and your white, and then they also have the little candy pumpkins that are similar to it, made out of the same sugar and whatever else candy corn has. And actually, I've never looked up the ingredients for that, but it's really good, and I love it. Now, you have to get Brock's candy corn. If you get some other brand, it's going to taste really gummy and yucky, in my opinion. I'm a big Brock's fan. Let's see. I don't like the Harvest Blend. Yeah, I just got regular old Brock's candy corn this year. That's what I was able to get at the store. Our store's been out of a lot of stuff. I don't know about you all, but with the pandemic, I've been having trouble finding things at my store. Sugar and corn syrup. Yeah, probably not the best for us, but we love, love, love our treats. Brock's is the best. Yes, it is. Now, I have a couple of other vintage advertisements here. Now, here's some more vintage Christmas. This is from 1949, and look at this Santa Claus. Is he not fabulous? This is for the radio company, and I never say this correctly. I think it's Zenith, if I'm saying that right, or is it Zenith? I don't know. My mom once told me that I was saying it correctly. I probably am. But anyway, here it is. Here's the great advertisement with Mr. Santa on it and the holly. And this is an ad for radios. Now, this is Transoceanic Radio and Zenet Radio. Now, the Zenet Radio is like their mini radio, and it's advertising that it's only $39.99. And the bigger radio, their Transoceanic Radio, that is a lot to say, is $99.95. So there it is. And then you have of course, Santa, and it says, the king of the season recommends the royalty of radio. What wise and sensible givers, these smart people who give more than just gifts. When you give Zenith the royalty of radio, you give years of lasting pleasure, matchless radio masterpieces of unequaled quality and beauty. So there's the ad there with the cool Santa Claus. Now, this would be great framed, and really great advertisement. You could set it up in your Christmas displays. You can have like this in front of it, would be really great. You could put, oops, don't want to break anything. You could put some of your ornament boxes in a display around it. Like, how cool would that look together with the little elf? I mean, you could do a lot with him. Oh, Jack from Jack's Tracks Records is here. He has a fabulous channel, and he was on my channel a couple Wednesdays ago. We did a great live video, and I got to interview Jack. So I love Jack. Go check out his channel. Very knowledgeable on records. And Jack, I am sending you that diamond disc. I tried to mail it in our apartment complex, and the mailman we have is new, and he did not take my package for 3 days now. So I'm going to drive it to the post office myself, because clearly our mailman is struggling to learn our new route and needs a little help. Let's see, Zenith. Okay, thanks, Fenny. That's very, very, very helpful. Let's see. Brock's is the best, but Dollar Tree last year had one brand that was just like Brock's. You'd be surprised what's at Dollar Tree. I went a few Christmases ago to get some Christmas presents for my niece and nephews, and they're young, so I figured the Dollar Tree would have some fun stuff. And they had like branded Disney coloring books and stuff for $1, and felt coloring books, mind you, too. And it was a really good deal, so you don't discount the Dollar Tree. How big is it? Oh, the top hat. I don't have a measuring tape here, wouldn't you know, but I will measure it and I'll send it to you on Instagram and find out what size it is. It looks to be about, I don't know, 4 inches maybe across from this point to that point is my best guess on the top hat. Let's see, I'm missing some other things in the chat. The USPS is doing that here too. Yes, it's so frustrating. I love USPS, but I don't know what their issue is lately. And my route is not a standard route. So because I'm in a newer apartment building, all of this has kind of been built up over the last year where I live. And so the post office has not actually done an official route yet for ours. So we have temps that have been switching in and out. And this temp that we have, the last temp was great. And this temporary person is really having trouble catching on to what he needs to do. Let's see. Never tried candy corn. Again, Joni, definitely recommend it. Maybe I'll send you some. I wondered if it was Brock's, but packaged with a different name. Yeah, Kraft Mac and Cheese does that. You know, Publix, they told me I was in Publix last Thanksgiving and I was going to buy a turkey. And I love cooking and I've always bought Butterball. That's like my thing. You get a Butterball turkey. Well, they didn't have any because I was stupid enough to wait until a week before Thanksgiving, which was dumb. Don't ever do that if you're trying to buy a turkey. And they said, well, we have like a couple of Publix brand ones left. And I thought, I was kind of disappointed. And then the guy at the store whispered to me and said, well, actually, Butterball makes our turkeys. So you can save $10 by buying ours. So there's a little tip for you at the grocery store. Probably Butterball makes your grocery store's turkeys. Let's see. Your brother has kids or do you have older siblings? Benny, are you asking me? I have a brother. We're twins. He's 2 minutes apart. And he's not married and does not have kids. And I don't have kids other than fur babies. I just have my dog Louie and my 2 guinea pigs, Otto and Cappy. Let's see. Carrie says she mailed something to Laura Melendez, who lives 20 minutes from me, literally next city north of Austin last Friday, and she still hasn't received it. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Man, the post office has got to get it together. Man, that is a mess. Let's see. She said, I am excited. I'm decorating my kitchen in 1970s owls. Is that cool or what? Y'all got to be on the lookout. So owl people love owls. And there have been a lot of owls in the live sales. So I recommend checking out all the live sales. Get on Misty's Discord page to get a schedule. You can download the Discord app and find Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter. Find out what's going on, or follow me on Instagram at vintage_and_vinyl. And I kind of I do my best to post what's going on every day on my Instagram stories. Of course, I always miss someone and I feel terrible, but it's hard to know when everybody's going to do pop-up lives. But definitely follow those 2 places and look for owls. So Grace is saying she loves owls as well. Yeah, they're very, very popular. I looked for owls today when I was out at the antique store and I didn't see any. I also looked for poodles for Elderly Poodle and Randy Heilman, but there were no poodles to be found, which was a shame. Poodle wants guinea pigs. Yeah, they're really good pets. They require a lot of care, but they are wonderful pets, and they're really smart, believe it or not. Yes, fur babies are awesome. They're the best. Show me Louie. So Carrie, I just posted the picture of Louie on my Instagram, but I don't think you have an Instagram. So I will have to insert a picture of Louie in my upcoming video. If I get her out of the kennel right now, I'll have to chase her all around the floor, and she'll be going wild. So I have to watch her closely because she's still in that puppy stage and she eats everything. Let's see. Yes, with the same turkey. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, Joanne from Precious Lavender Buttons is here. She said your red color is wonderful. Oh, that's okay. No worries that you're late. Thank you so much, Joanne. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Instagram is the only place I post anymore. Yes, I don't do Facebook or anything like that really much anymore because Facebook has become too political for me. And I just enjoy my happy little world of Instagram because the only people I follow are all of you wonderful people that share fun vintage stuff. So I live in my little fun Instagram bubble. Let's see. Okay. She's saying, oh my gosh, okay, yes. So I have a pug, and for any of you guys who don't know pugs, they are fun-loving, very wild. They run around, they do zoomies, and they go crazy, and then they settle down and they get all cozy and snuggly. But when they're running around, they get into things. And Louie likes to eat everything that she can. So whether that's the rug, she doesn't chew furniture, luckily. I'm very, very fortunate with that. But she's eaten Christmas lights, she's eaten wasabi, she's eaten a lot of things, and I've had to take her to the vet, and so I got to watch her now when I take her out. Yeah, Facebook is ugly right now, and I just choose not to worry about it. There's no point. Let's see. Yes, Facebook and Instagram have joined because I believe Facebook owns Instagram. And yesterday, their message feature on Instagram combined with my message feature on Facebook. So it was like rolled into one thing. And that was kind of a little frustrating to learn. Let's see. Facebook has gotten out of hand. Yes, Chelsea, it has. And I just don't get on it anymore. I don't bother with it. There's no point. Let's see. Oh, Mama Jay's saying Louie is so cute. Yes, she's really adorable. She's a fawn pug, and she just turned 2. And she's so, so adorable. Let's see. I wish I could say goodbye to Facebook, but I rely on Facebook for customers. Yes. So for people that have small businesses, I am on, I guess, Facebook for my woodworking page, but that's very, very little. I mainly do Instagram. And that's very true. There are a lot of people still on Facebook. Not upgrading my Instagram to that then. Yeah, don't do that, guys. I got a message. And it says, do you want to update? And I thought, oh, yeah, I should update. Always update. And I did that. And then I got this combined junk that I am not enjoying. And I can't figure out. I've Googled it. And I guess you can't unlink the two. So that's frustrating. Well, I'm going to wrap up here very soon. George's premiere is going to start at 8. And I don't want to run into him. Plus, I need my weekly education from Uncle Professor George, as Misty says. But I'll show a last couple of items before we head out for the evening. I thank you all for being here. The last item, advertisement, I should say, that I will show is really fabulous. This is for Union Pacific Railroad. And this is a wonderful ad of this yellow railroad, geez Louise, train with the lady and the man in the hat getting on the train. And it says, for a full measure of travel pleasure, ride Union Pacific Streamliners. So this is a great ad. If you had a mint-colored bathroom, or you had something, palm trees or tropical, or just even did trains, this is really, really, really fun. Let's see. Guess what just arrived? I bought a thrift used surprise box. Definitely doing an unboxing live this weekend. Yay, Joni. That's going to be so, so fun. I love these live mystery unboxings. They're really fun. Hey, Kelly from Found Again. I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you so much. Let's see. I missed one of Record Crate's comments. Record Crate, Adam from Record Crate was saying that this is very deco. And yes, I agree. This ad is from 1949. It came out of a magazine. And what's cool about these is you can frame them. You can put them in, well, this one might be a little too big for a flower frog, but you could put magnets and hang it on your fridge. I mean, you can just do a ton with this advertisement, and it's really fun. So I think it's a great get at tomorrow's sale. Jamie from Mid-Century Wasted says that she loves the red. Thank you, Jamie, so much. I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun. And Jamie, since you're here, I don't know if you've been here the whole time or not, but I've got a really cool advertisement. I showed this because it reminded me of you and Vinny. This is deep freeze. Look at this lady. Isn't she just the quintessential 1950s woman? And you've got a deep freeze home freezer with the 2 men, and it's $424.50. This is from 1949. So this is a cool ad. And oh man, it's getting to the top of the hour here, so I got to get going. But the last thing I'll show is some brooches. So I got these brooches. Now this one's not marked, but it's a really well-made heavy brooch. It has the lobster clasp on the back, the safety clasp. And I learned something the other day about safety clasps. They're actually not there to protect you from getting stabbed, because that's what a lot of people think, but they're actually there so that you don't lose your brooch. That was the whole idea behind that invention. Anyway, this has a faux pearl, and it's a nice size. This is a very nice size flower, and it would be fun if you did vintage clothing and you had a scarf. You know how the women would tie it back in the day, and then you could have your little large pin. That would just be a really fun look. And then I also have this wildflower or dandelion brooch. Now this is signed and it is marked RSK. I couldn't find anything about that, but usually I do know that if they're marked with initials, that's a designer name of some person that designed it. So this is a really well-made, nice brooch, and that will be fun to wear on your shirt. Well, guys, it is 7:51, so I want to make sure that everybody can get over to George, the Antique Nomad. He's having his premiere at 8 p.m. this evening, so we want to all get our education from Uncle Professor George. And then remember, Thrift U is having a live sale tonight around 9-ish. They're not a specific schedule. They don't do a time. They just sort of show up when they're ready. So just hit that bell notification so that you know when they're going to be live, and make sure that you follow their channel. Mid-Century Wasted. Oh, I just lost her comment. She was saying that that advertisement's awesome. Yes, I thought you guys would like that. Yes, could somebody who's a wrench please pop George's link in the chat? Adam, I think you would love George. He is so knowledgeable. He's fun to listen to, and it's a great video to watch. Every Monday and Wednesdays he has his premiere at 8. Also, I will be having my first live sale tomorrow, so please, guys, tune in to Patrick's channel, the Trusty Huckster Mercantile. I'll be having my first live sale at 8 p.m. with the fabulous Dottie Lynn and George at the Antique Nomad. I feel very honored to sell with those esteemed sellers, so that's going to be really fun. I can't wait to have all these fun items for you all tomorrow. Thank you, guys. I saw several people posting it in the chat. Thank you, Trisha, so much. I'm so glad you came. And Trisha, I'm sorry I missed your sale, but I've been running around like crazy doing live sale things. So Nancy, if you just came in, hello. This Overstuffed House, hello. So glad you guys could make it. Thank you for joining my live tonight. That means the world. And one last thing before I head out is every Wednesday at this time, I will be doing a live, and we'll be just hanging out, talking vintage. You guys can bring questions and ask them in the chat. We'll just sort of hang out and have fun on Wednesdays at 6:30. So every Wednesday at 6:30, I will be live, and we will have fun, and I'll have a little bit of content to show, and then we'll just talk. I may sell 1 or 2 items eventually. I don't know, but that's just going to be fun. So I hope you guys have a great night. Go check out George's premiere and Thrift U. I'll see you in the chat. And I hope you guys will stay in, stay safe, and binge YouTube.